Please be advised, the notice requirements.
There you go.
Oh, good.
Every
Perfect timing, thank you.
Sorry.
Want me to continue? I'll tell you what. We'll get settled. Please be advised, the notice requirements of the Open Public Meeting Act have been complied with and satisfied in that the annual notice, which gives sufficient notice of the time, place, and conduct of all public meetings of the New Brunswick Parking Authority, has been filed with the city clerk, has been placed on an appropriate bulletin board in the lobby of City Hall, New Brunswick, New Jersey, and has been transmitted to the official newspaper for the city of New Brunswick, namely the Home News and Tribune. As part of the annual notice provided, a resolution adopted by this governing body on December 29, 1975. Thanks to Luke.
He is Johnny.
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
Okay, he's the man. I apologize for being late. We have minutes from the November 2016 meeting, which I believe everybody received. Are there any changes to those?
Make a motion to
Okay, I have a motion. Can I get a second?
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Okay, Mitch.
Okay, I have a few things. I've been in contact with Enterprise Car Share, advised them that the council approved the spaces on Stone and Bartlett Streets to put cars out for use, and they told me that they will have cars ready for February 1st. In the meantime, they will be installing the signage, and what they do is they paint the spaces green to stand out. It shows that it's an Enterprise Car Share, so they'll take care of all that.
Is there signage there?
There's going to be signage that'll say Enterprise Car Share Space,
Okay.
Total Way Zone. Well, it's in the ordinance as well. Next item is I met with various restaurant owners and merchants regarding the traffic flow on Church Street, in particular on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. That garage fills, causes some backup as far as traffic goes on Church Street. So we put our heads together and we came up with some ideas to help mitigate the problems, or the backup, I should say. The first thing is that we're going to start putting universal wayfinding signs that lead people to our parking facilities. The plan is to use our logo that's on our main sign. These would be reflective at night. So, and then put these at particular intersections in the city to get people to different facilities. That's the first thing. The second thing is, as the first option when the Lower Church Street deck fills, is to guide people to the Little Albany Street deck, which is right down the road. It's the easiest garage to get to. Then from there, we were looking to send people over to Wellness Garage, but we actually found out that the Gateway Garage, this garage here, is 1/10 of a mile closer to the restaurants on Church Street than is the Wellness Garage to drive.
Gateway is?
Yes, because to get to Wellness, you gotta go all the way up, Spring Street, all the way up to Bayard, make the right, then come back down, Joyce Kilmer.
Right.
So it's actually more direct to get to transit. So we're gonna start advertising the fact that you could use Gateway Garage
Okay.
when Lower Church fills. When the Lower Church Street deck reaches its capacity, we're gonna have parking services attendants at both entrances, both on the Patterson and the Church Street side. And they'll also be handing out flyers with the address and directions to get to both Little Albany Parking Deck and Gateway Garage, just in case Little Albany fills as well. They have another alternative. And we're asking the merchants to promote our parking locator that's located on our website, and it's a tool that patrons can look at when they want to search on where, actually you could put an address in, it'll tell you the closest parking facility. So they're gonna link their site up to ours.
So Mitch, that's real time, somebody from their cell phone can,
Oh, yeah.
into town can see.
Yeah. The other thing when Bright ran the financials, I noticed our utilities been running on the budget, so I was curious to know what impact the LED lighting had. We had switched all our facilities over to LED lighting back in, we completed the switch over back in May. So what I did was compare November of 2015 to November 2016's electric costs at these facilities. There was basically 7 garages that were, I'm sorry, 6 garages. Church Street already had LED, so 6 garages were affected. And we're showing a 30% decrease in electric by switching over from the fluorescent bulbs to the LED bulbs for the month of November.
Right.
November. So to put that in dollars, we're basically in 2015 it ran about 30,000 in electric, and now it's running about 21,000. So obviously it's showing a great savings. So glad we did that. And we also received back $13,000 from BPU New Jersey Clean Energy Program, which covered half of the cost of the LED bulbs that we did put in. So the net cost of the bulbs were $5 a piece. And that is all I have for the minutes.
Okay, right?
All right, the financial statement was emailed to everybody. With pretty much revenue and expense are pretty much online with the budget. The budget for 2017 was approved by DCA, which probably the board will add up today, resolution. And we're on target for December and audit in February.
Okay, February, you think we'll start?
Yeah, the audit we are scheduled. They had an interim audit, 3 days they were here, they already started testing and the workflow and all.
Good. Okay, thank you. Mr. Beer, you have anything for us?
No, sir, no legal for the meeting.
Okay. Public comment?
Yes, good afternoon, good evening, members of the board. Charles Cradaville, resident of the city and the editor of New Brunswick Today, community newspaper. And just wanted to follow up on the things I asked about at the last meeting regarding the financial disclosure form for board member Ito White. I checked this morning on the state website, the fds.nj.gov website. I didn't see a new filing. Has a new filing been made?
The filing has not been made. The information was sent to my office. I received it. I haven't had the opportunity to process it, but the filings were sent to me in terms of the backup.
I've got to be honest, I'm disappointed because I was promised at the last meeting that this would be resolved by this meeting.
Well, again, Charlie, I told you at the next meeting I would report you, and we hope to have it resolved by the next meeting, if you want to be precise. And I know you record each meeting, both in your pocket as well as the gentleman at the TV. So I had said that we hope to have it resolved for you for this meeting. And in fact, Commissioner Ito did send the information to me. I didn't have the time to go through it with her and to go online, because I cannot go online, because each commissioner and any public official has their own password and code to go on the system. So I can't go on the system to correct it without working with her. But the information was sent to me, so if there's a failure, the failure is on my part that I didn't have an opportunity to do it.
Okay. So I reiterate, I'm disappointed. Can I get a new time frame on when this will be accomplished?
Again, as I indicated to you, Charlie, we appreciate when you bring these things to our attention, and we acknowledge that you found this thing, and we acknowledge that the issue here is not that failure to report sources of income, as you know. The failure, well, as you know, what you brought to our attention was you weren't able to identify the specific source of income. But as you know, as I told you offline when I asked the commissioner, and I'll tell you now for the record for your blog, that in fact, as you know, the address of the first one you properly identified was her own place of employment, which was the New Brunswick Housing Authority. The other 2 sources of employment she indicated were her spouse, and one was Social Security disability, and the other one is his pension. Okay, so Social Security disability is Social Security disability. The pension, I don't have the specific indicator for that. So the appropriate one for number 2 is U.S. government Social Security disability. I would be happy to give you the pension, but I didn't grow it. I thought I brought the correct paperwork with me today, because I knew I was anticipating you having these questions. And again, my fault, I didn't bring it. So there's no mystery. You were told at the last meeting specifically the sources. So your issue is that the paper has not been filed, which I acknowledge. I've acknowledged that I had not had the opportunity to do so, that I have the proper paperwork in my possession, and we will do it. All right? So that's the answer for you, Charlie.
Thank you. And I have one more question. I just wanted to know about the requirements for new board members to file FDS forms. If someone is not on the board on the deadline of April 30th, but they join the board, let's say in May or June or July, what is the requirement for them to file? Do they get off the hook for the whole year, or do they have to file within a certain time frame relative to their appointment to a board like this?
I don't know the answer to that, Charlie, and again, as we've explained to you before, public comment's not question and answer, although we're often willing to involve in a question and answer with you. You want to know the answer to that? The answer to that is call the state of New Jersey and ask them. I don't know the answer right offhand.
Okay, and so this is exactly the crux of my concern here, is that your legal advisor is not up to speed on the requirements for financial disclosure statements. He has admitted to violating the law regarding those disclosure statements himself earlier this year. Now Ms. Ito White has at least one violation now, and I think that's it could be avoided if there was an advisor that made sure everybody was complying and understood the requirements. And I think it's an important one to understand. If somebody joins mid-year, like Ms. Ito White did, do they have to file or not? And I'm pretty sure they had as a requirement. I'm pretty sure the requirement wasn't met.
I have no idea.
It's a
And
state
we'll-
statute, I believe.
Well, it's
So
a,
that's what you have
it's
to
not a
research.
local issue, it's a state issue, and we'll take a look.
And it sounds to me like you're creating controversy where there is none, to be perfectly blunt with you.
I mean, I think there's a reason that the law is on the books. I think it's meant to increase
It is, and
accountability and
you
transparency.
could probably educate us if you'd like to do that research. That would be much appreciated.
Okay, I'll look into it further. I think that,
That would be wonderful. I appreciate your time.
and it would be great if every board member was in full compliance with the local government ethics law. And that's the only reason I bring it up, because there are people out of compliance, and that's, to me, not how it should be. So I'm just hoping that that can be resolved, and I'm bringing this up hopefully politely, and hopefully it's well taken, and hopefully it's acted upon. And that's all I have for today. Wish everybody a
Thank
very
you for
happy
your
holiday,
comment.
Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. God
Thank
bless.
you. Okay. No public comment. Okay. Any other board issues that you need to bring up right now? If not, we have 3 resolutions. Can I get a motion to accept the payment resolution for December?
I'll make a motion.
And a second?
Second?
All in favor?
Aye.
As Bright mentioned, we had forwarded, we did a resolution authorizing the forwarding of the 2017 budget to the state. They've now sent it back, and now it's up to us to make another resolution to approve the 2017 budget. So may I get a motion for that?
I'll make
Have
that
a
motion.
motion? Second, all in favor?
Aye.
And Mitch, you're selling more cars.
Yeah, we're trying to use car. So. No, we actually have a 2009 Chevy Silverado that we're looking to sell online, through online auction, through US Gov bid. So we're looking to get that approved.
Okay, can I get a resolution authorizing the sale of this vehicle?
Make a motion.
Second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you,
Was
Mitch.
this is a different one, Mitch? The other one sold from was that last month?
Where we at with the
We
other
didn't
one?
sell yet, we're gonna put them together. We
Oh,
found out
oh,
about this
you
one
have two of
pretty
them?
brief,
Oh, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
so we figured we'd just.
Yeah, this came up right after we approved the last one, so we waited till this month. So-
Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Sorry. It's too busy this time of year. Old business.
I have, let's see, pedestrian bridge. Let's see, right now we had this meeting with the city to review the preliminary design. They're okay with it. So now we are getting those preliminary designs over to both Amtrak and New Jersey Transit to get their input. And then upon receipt of their input, we'll take whatever steps are necessary. Hopefully move forward with a
Okay.
full design.
Do you have any new business you need to bring to us tonight?
I have no new business.
Do you have any closed
I
session?
do have a closed session, a legal matter.
Okay. Can I get a motion to enter into closed session?
Make a motion.
And a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Okay. We're going into closed session.
Oh,